And this gonna be an honor, and we're gonna have some fun here, guys. How y'all doing out there? I'm Doug Best here on the Doug Best podcast, and we got a special guest tonight, Miss Keshia Thomas. And me and Keisha never really had a conversation before. I think I told you this. Pink. I grew up in that pink beauty salon with Miss Katie.
Oh, yeah.
Driving her crazy when she was running up. Oh,
so she did your mother's hair?
She did my mom's hair.
Okay.
Yeah, it was years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, Miss Thomas. Guys, I want y'all to know out there, Miss Thomas is an African-American lady running for District 3, Fresno City Council District 3. And what we want to do tonight, we want to just have a conversation.
Right.
And then, with Miss Thomas, take over the floor and tell us what you want to talk about.
We can talk about a little bit of everything.
Okay.
We've never really had, actually, it's the first time I ever knew you knew my grandmother, one of my grandmothers, because one was Katie Thomas and the other one was Jimmy Eccles. And she ran Edison and Irwin. And then my grandmother, she had the little pink shop that turned light blue, powder blue on occasion.
I know Miss Jimmy, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I know all the power movers over there now.
Those are the women who would take me out to advocate for all kinds of things. Mm-hmm. Whatever needed to be done in the community, they fed people. Mm-hmm. My grandmother, I'm gonna talk about Mother Kate right now, and she would take me over to the convalescent home on Kearney, right there at Kearney and across the street.
From Fresno Street?
Fresno Street, at that little catty corner. Mm-hmm. And we would go in there and we would feed people. We would diaper people. My grandmother did everything.
That's your camera right there. You're talking to both of us. I'm going to put you on camera. Then you're looking at each other. I got you.
Yeah. My grandmothers, both of them, my grandmother Jimmy, she would take me out. And I tell these stories all the time. She would take me out and we would feed the homeless. Mm-hmm. And that was from the time I was 13 until COVID.
Okay.
And when COVID, took over, she passed on before COVID, but and we have been doing it every first Saturday of the month. My grandmother Katie Thomas Hayes, she taught me strength, and she taught me how to work. Mm-hmm. She would have me, and only if you a certain age will you know this. She would have me in front of that beauty salon, scrubbing the front sidewalks with Dutch cleanser.
Oh, my God.
Okay?
That's a lot of work.
And I say, why do I have to scrub the sidewalks? Mm-hmm. But it taught me character. Mm-hmm. And I would go out there and I would do it because I was doing what I was told. Scrub it down with the push broom, mm-hmm. and, do my thing, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, they both taught me character, and they taught me how to do things for the community, by the community, and with the community.
And you ain't talking too much about your grandpa, but you remember your grandpa was a celebrity.
And he was a Rolling Stone. People have to tell the truth sometimes. I have an aunt that's younger than I am. Mm-hmm. So, sometimes you just got to tell the truth about what it is.
Yeah. You always want to kind of share the truth with the people. And then, here, being an African-American female running for District 3 City Council, mm-hmm. there has never been one, has it?
Yes. Cynthia Sterling and her mother. Her mother was the first. Okay. And then Cynthia was the second. Okay. So I am the third. Okay. And I'm the second African-American woman to sit in the seat at the Fresno Unified School Board under Mary Curry. Mm-hmm. Now, that's powerful. Okay?
So when Miss Sterling won the city council seat, was the election a little different then? Now it's citywide, right?
Well, no, it's not citywide. It's still district. It's still by district.
So explain to us, the average person like me that don't understand, how the election process go. So if the Honorable Mayor Jerry Dyer runs for the mayorship, everybody votes for him.
Yes, that's different.
Okay. And then so when you run for District 3, and tell us what District 3 is.
So it's a few things. So if you run for school board, mm-hmm. you're set up in spaces. So there are 7 spaces.
Okay.
Same thing with city council. There are 7 spaces.
Okay.
And then they're cut up in demographics. Okay. So the outline is kind of weird a little bit, right, because it kind of goes around the city and it'll loop around, it'll pass over, and then it'll, it does a lot of things. And so, but if you search it online, mm-hmm. It'll show you what District 3 is for City Council. It'll show you what Area 1 is for Fresno Unified School District, because they're two different names, right? So with those two different names, we have to look at how it's set up and how I'm getting distracted.
Yeah. We in here with our lovely friend over there.
We have some friends.
The phone, the microphone picks up everything that you say. Yeah. Don't worry about it, guys. You live on the Doug Best Show, baby. That's how we do it. Hey,
you are alive.
Yeah, Miss T. Yeah, Miss Thomas. Yeah, so I'm loving this.
Yeah, if you look at the demographics, it shows you. So let's just talk about City Council. So City Council for District 3 is set up of downtown. It's Southwest Fresno.
We in District 3 right now?
We're in District 3. This area is not District 3. That's what I said. It's part of downtown.
Okay.
It's part of Central area. It's part of Tower. Okay. So but like I said, the cutout is weird.
Did they cut it out? You know, when they talk about gerrymandering, was that the reason, or was it somebody down at City Hall, maybe a city manager, just for some reason had a brainstorm? This how I
cannot blame the city manager, because what happens is every so often they redistrict.
Okay.
But what happens is we're not paying attention to the redistricting.
Who is we? The average person?
The average person.
Okay. Me included.
Amen. And me, before I got into politics, I didn't understand. So they'll change the boundaries every so often. Right. And so we have to pay attention to, is that on the and this is really a part of where your city council member should have something on their website, should be talking about what's happening. You should know when redistricting is happening. Actually, they send a letter in the mail, and half of the time we don't pay attention to it.
I know who the city councilman is because I did my due diligence, but I've been a businessman here in the city for 50 years. I don't think if I ask my kids, and we own a lot of property on the west side, I never seen the guy.
That's unfortunate.
Aries, and then I know that I'm an exception to the rule, so I should be familiar with him. But if we go and ask my cousins, them, stay over there in the California coaches.
Oh yeah,
they're not gonna know who this guy is.
Right.
So, and the difference gonna be between you and him. You're gonna actually be touchable. That's not the right word I'm talking about. Accessible.
I have been accessible, but see, the other part is
as
people
a city
need to know.
councilman, is it gonna be the same?
It will not change. People will know how to access me. Now, it might not always be the answer you want to hear, which will make you mad.
Truth,
you know. Yeah. But truth be told, is I do my due diligence as best I can, and I'm talking about right now and later for teachers, for students. You know, I'm out here marching with kids today.
Tell us about that, because I was wondering that. And guys out there, y'all on the Doug Best Show, we would miss Keshia Thomas. She's running for Fresno City Council, District 3. And somebody's saying, Doug, what you got her doing on that? I'm telling you guys, the only reason that this show ain't exploded, Ms. Thomas, I'm independent, so I can basically tell the truth. If they I own this property 30 years. But the thing is, though, is I want to make this platform where, you know, you could come on the show. If the governor come to the city, the Honorable Mayor Jerry Dyer want to come get on the show, we could talk about anything, even though we black. But what I was going to ask you, and I was wondering, should I ask you that? We had a personal experience, me and my senorita, with ICE. We had a personal experience with ICE. And you say today you were with young people?
Oh, yeah.
Was you scared?
No.
Go! No, I ain't finna lie. Huh?
This is not my first rodeo.
Okay.
You know, when my kids, a few years ago, and I'll share the pictures with you so you can share them.
Okay.
A few years ago, my African-American kids were having trouble. They were like, Miss Thomas, we gonna march about this because this is not fair. These things that are happening in the community, you know, Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm going with you.
Okay, so what happened? So I seen the other day when I seen a whole bunch of kids. I just watched it on a glimpse. Here's a bunch of TVs. And I think some kids left Fresno High, but I think that might have been something different.
So today,
did they leave Edison?
They left Edison. They left Bullard.
A lady in here saying that, but I said, man, I'm trying to get her taxes there. Okay, tell us what happened.
So today, you know, is a different day. but it was another day for me to be an activist and a person who is supporting my students. Okay. You know, because we all need support at some time.
Right,
and you need to have the right adults in place to help you do that, or to just stand by your side and let you know that you are right.
Guide you.
So our kids marched from Edison High School past Fresno Unified School District to City Hall to say, we don't like the fact that you're taking our parents away, that people are being killed, that we're putting in places that we are not safe.
It was only Hispanics?
It was, no. All kids.
Yeah.
It was Latino kids. It was African American kids.
Okay.
It was Asian kids.
Okay.
All our kids came together to say, we are tired and we not going to stop fighting.
Were you the only political activist there? Was the mayor there? Was Aries there?
No, I cannot remember seeing anyone else. And you know,
were they aware?
I can't speak for anybody else. Mm-hmm. All I know is what I knew. And I knew where I had to be on behalf of my students and to make sure that they were safe and to make sure if staff needed any help. You know, I just needed to be there with my babies.
And that's beautiful. And I think, yeah, Miss T, so you know, I'm going to tell you the truth. I go around and seeing the different people that's running for the city council, and you got something, somebody out there probably don't know what this is. My grandma used to say, boy, you got that it factor. She used to be talking about me. But she used to say, but you're a knucklehead. I'm talking about me, not you.
No, we're just talking.
Yeah, so now I think, guys, when you see out there, I'm going to try to get all the candidates to come be on the show, but I feel that you got that it factor, and it's almost like you got the common touch, but yet I could see how your mind could have the ability to zoom out like Chat GPT. I'm trying to find a way to articulate it. I could see how you could be with the common touch, but yet when you get in the midst of the administration, you could blend in flawlessly. You feel that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I feel.
And you know, it's bigger than me.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm a kid that has lived on this side of town for most of my life. Mm-hmm. I've lived in 93722. I've lived in 93706. Those have been my primary residence for my entire life. Okay. So I understand the fact that our air quality is bad, that our water is not as good, that we don't have the land use like we're supposed to have. You know, we're talking about we need houses. We don't need diesel trucks. We don't need people passing through just to go and do work in our county and spread, you know, bad air and their, the diesel fuels and only, let's just talk about Elm. Mm-hmm. You know.
Anybody and everybody's market that area.
Anybody, everybody.
Right by St. Rest
Baptist
Church.
Period. And Bixby
DJ,
Villa.
where you crying? Where you at, man?
And we got to talk about Bixby Villa because that was the project area where I grew up. And I went to King School.
My first apartment, 2319 South Bardell, apartment 102.
Yes. 2277 South Bardell, 101.
Oh, my God.
And I took pictures in my first campaign. I took pictures by my apartment saying, this is where me and my mother lived.
Wow, what an amazing.
Yeah.
Deja vu. Is that a good word?
Amen.
Yeah, Miss T. So we touched ICE. Mm-hmm. What's your real feeling about ICE, though? Because you know if you say the wrong thing, because I'm going to say it like this. Fresno, for some people that don't realize it, you know, it's only maybe 7, 8, 9% black people in the city.
No, it's 5.8.
I was lower than what I anticipated. Mm-hmm. So, in essence, Fresno is actually a conservative city.
It is. But we have a lot of multicultural people.
A lot of Mexicans.
No, I said multicultural. We're mixed. Okay. We're not all black.
Okay.
Right? So when I say multicultural, I mean that you more than one race. And we don't capture that as a city.
So so my question is, so do you feel like if you talk about ICE, would it alienate another ethnic group? I'm trying to say something, trying to say it nice.
Well, here's the thing. The truth is the truth. And people are people. Okay? Right. Let's talk about slavery. Mm-hmm. You know, let's talk about what black folks went through. Mm-hmm.
Talk to me now. Go ahead.
Listen.
I ain't saying nothing.
Listen.
I'm finna put the camera on. Talk to them people right there.
Look, I don't care. When it comes to my city and it comes to my kids and it comes to the safety of our kids and our families, that's first. That's first. That is first. And I'm not minimizing any negativity people may feel, but I'm talking about what's right, and we must do what's right. And if you're a city council person, it doesn't matter about your personal feelings. You do what you're supposed to do for the safety. Number one, kids come first. Absolutely. And then everything else follows. And we're supposed to be educating them to be better people, to make sure that they're in charge, to make sure that they create policies that will help the rest of the city. So I'm here to create policies to help the city.
And what I was doing right here, we kind of just jumped in and just jumped on Facebook Live. I was trying to make sure that I had put something on there where the guys can actually make a comment. I'm not sure if I did or I didn't do it. Yeah, but Miss Thomas, that's beautiful what you're saying. And so
here's the other thing. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing it right.
Oh, yeah. Well, I should be a bee. Where y'all at, baby? Huh?
And I should be 100 millionaire.
I should be up there and a billionaire. Yeah, but the thing is about haters, what they do, they kind of make you do the right thing. Because, you know, you got to always...
I disagree.
Oh, yeah?
A hater is somebody, no matter what you do right, they still going to be mad.
So
that's a hater.
Okay.
Now, if you telling me, Mr. Doug Best, that Miss Trustee or City Council elect, this is what you should be doing, and we have a conversation, and I see your side of it. Now we're talking, or you allow me to explain something to you. Now, the other place is that, and I always talk about this, is that.
Go ahead. We got somebody on the front door. Go ahead.
Everything we do has to be with love. If you come to me and say, hey, you know what, this desk should be circle because this is what helps me. And I say, well, I think it should be square because it's cheaper. And you say, nah, I need to do what I need to do. Okay, let's talk that out and talk about the pros and cons. That's different than you coming at me versus coming with me.
No, I can see that.
I need people to come with me.
Right.
So that we can be a greater city, a greater area, and together we could be a greater Fresno. Hey, KT for D3, baby.
Okay, I got you.
We're going to make it a better D3.
Yeah, so Miss Thomas, so when you talk to the mayor, I seen him in Washington, D.C., I guess it maybe a week or so ago. Maybe a week or so ago, and he talked about ICE.
Right.
But he talked about ICE, you know, in a way where he talked about it being more fair. And then when I seen, I guess, Supervisor Bredefield, it seemed like a complete opposite. And I'm not sure, and then you're going to correct me where. I'm not sure if, would you consider yourself a liberal, a Democrat, or a Republican?
No, I'm completely a Democrat. However, what I am is I'm fair.
Okay.
I'm not so far-sighted that I can't see what's happening.
Right.
And right now, ICE is wrong.
Right.
You don't take kids away from their families.
Right.
We're talking about babies. You know, you don't do stuff like that. So let's just start there. Okay. You know, but everybody is entitled to their opinion, and they hold the seats that they hold. But prayerfully, they're doing what's best for the city. And that's all I can say about that.
And so just with the other different political power brokers in the city, you got a good rapport with them?
I have a pretty good rapport with most. But some people, you know, I just can't sit by them because I don't like the way they work.
But you still got to be able to. So I think my friend Floyd Harris described it like this. He said that, you know, if you become city councilman, you're just one of 8.
1 of 7.
Plus the mayor. He got power.
I'm not saying he doesn't have power, but when you're sitting in any seat I'm going to talk about where I am now. As a board member, my superintendent, if we all vote to do something, there's nothing she can do about it. The power of 4.
Right.
So as long as I can count to 4.
Right. And then you think that, you know, if you ascend to this position, that you got 4 people that, first, how do you break it down on the city council right now? So the Honorable Mayor Jerry Dyer, he's a Republican.
Yes, but.
Okay. But he seemed like sometimes I don't know the guy.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen him, you know, just from being here my whole life. He seemed like a straight shooter. Okay, and then you got the other 7 people up there. How do they break down? Are they all Republicans? Or?
No.
What's
Annalisa Perea is definitely a Democrat.
Okay.
Tyler, I think he's a Democrat.
Okay,
well, it has nothing to do with that, though. Let me just start there.
Okay.
It has nothing to do, because everybody on my board, I don't know if they're all Democrats or not, but it has to do with doing the right thing. Now, you have some people who decide they just want to be combative no matter what. My lovely friend, Gary. And I like Gary. He's my friend.
Yeah, but he's a supervisor now.
Now. But when he was on council, he was always combative.
Right.
And he didn't like things. And he'd tell you. He don't care.
Yeah, but I talked to Aaron Foster and Rod Wade and them, and this, I don't know the guy.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, he can, whatever he do can. I
Right.
got my own money.
Mhm.
But what they say that this guy, Bretterfield, he's a rebel rouser, but they say he's a straight shooter.
He is.
You know,
He's definitely going to tell you. And Nick, let me tell you, Nick.
I love Nick. Nick came
Don't play
in here
with Nick. Don't play with Nick.
No, not
So I love me some Nick. So let me
Nick
tell
Richardson.
you,
Nick Richardson sit right there in that
Yes.
seat and talked. And I Nick's a straight shooter.
Nick is a straight shooter.
And he's smart.
Very smart.
He could be mad.
And he
if he
sit back. He just sit back quiet and he watching it. He go do the work. Okay,
Now,
that's
he's
what I'm
smart.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
But what is
And
Nick?
he's a
Nick is
veteran.
Republican, though.
He's a Republican.
Yeah.
He's a veteran. He's a straight shooter, and he does what's right. He got a Keshia Thomas shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just gave him a shirt. You know, but some people believe, you know, in supporting people. Like I'm gonna give you my endorsement, and some people are like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit back because I don't really care if anybody endorses me, and I'm gonna sit over here and I hope you do good.
Right.
And we're good.
We got some Nick Richardson caps in there. Normita, could you grab them caps in there from Nick Richardson?
I will wear a Nick Richardson cap.
No, I'm just gonna put one on just in case. Now, just in case, you know, Nick is seeing us. He came by here a couple of times and just came.
He's
in
a good guy.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. It's not always about Democrat or Republican.
Right.
It's about people being good and doing what's good for the city.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh my God.
I love that. Let me put it on.
Oh, you gonna put it on?
Heck yeah.
Let's put this.
I
Wait a
love
minute.
me some Nick.
Wait a minute. What district is he in?
He's in Bullard Region 7.
Okay, that's 7. I don't know what district I'm in. We got houses everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Nick Richardson,
Let me
city
see that.
councilman.
Yes. Good guy.
Yeah,
my
God.
On my good hair, I will put Nick's hat on.
Hey, Miss T, I was just going to say that right now. She said, man, I don't want to mess with my curls and put that. Hey, guys, this how we doing on the Doug Best Show. We just having some fun. Hey, if the Honorable Mayor Jerry Dyer, man, you want to come over here and just chop it up? Man.
And I like him, too. He's a good guy. I don't have no quarrels with Jerry. He is supportive. He has turned out to be a good guy. I don't know. And I don't know how I really felt when he was police chief.
I didn't, you know, I grew up in the streets, and then, you know, I know both sides.
Yeah.
I grew up, I never had no problems with him.
Yeah, well, that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, we're going to leave that right there.
Oh, we leave right there.
Okay?
Yeah.
And not me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's perceptions. But when you get to know a person, now that changes because I feel that he's done a decent enough job as mayor.
I think so too, and then
he's collaborated with people.
I didn't seen him out here. You know, this is out here in the homeless and the trash.
Yeah.
I seen a guy out there. I'm out here in this building right there. I'm looking at it. He had a trash can and one of them little things.
Picking it up.
I'm talking about the mayor. I'm looking at it with my own eyes.
So look here. I told this story, and I'll tell it a million times.
Mm-hmm.
One of my matter of fact,
Miss Keshia Cole. She's running for City Council, District 3. City Council.
You were talking about the good Floyd Harris. Now, he and I didn't used to see eye to eye.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he couldn't understand where I was coming from and how I was coming, okay? But
I love Floyd.
I didn't say I didn't.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
So, but eventually we got to know each other and we're better, right?
Right.
So, Aileen Reed.
Yeah, man.
I love me some. Woo!
We graduated from high school together.
Woo-wee. I love me some Miss Aileen.
And she's super smart, too.
She is super smart, articulate. That lady right there. So she called me one day and she said, I probably shouldn't have said her name. Sorry, Miss Aileen.
No,
I'm talking about what I'm about to talk about.
Okay.
And she says, Keshia, I've been trying to get somebody from the city of Fresno to come down here. So-and-so won't answer my phone calls. They not sending nobody out here. I got kids. I got pictures. I got kids walking by looking at dead animals because these dogs are running rampant.
Mm-hmm.
I got this cat on my grass. I need some help.
I love cats, you know, by the way.
But the dog ate the cat. Okay, and left the dead cat.
No.
This is real. This is a real story because I love dogs, cats, gerbils. My kids had a farm. Okay. Mm-hmm. She says, Keshia, I keep getting dead cats on my grass. In the last couple, I've picked them up. Look, you got kids walking to school looking at these cats, and she sent me a picture of the little boy walking by staring at the cat. She said, I can't get these people. I said, look, if they don't get there by 1 o'clock, I'm going to come and pick up the cat. I got in my
Personally?
car. I got in my car.
Oh, you
I put
did
the
it.
shovel in my car. I got the bag in my car, and I called down there and I said, hey, if you guys don't get by there in fast enough, where am I supposed to bring this cat? They told me. I found somebody to help.
Mm-hmm.
They told me where I was supposed to take it if I went and picked it up. Mm-hmm. By the time I got there with my shovel and my assistant, him and I, no, not Jackie. No.
Jackie,
I wouldn't take Jackie on ride. I wouldn't take Jackie on that ride.
Oh my
Jackie
God.
do a lot for me. Jackie do a lot for me, but I wouldn't take her on that ride. Him and I, my partner, we got in the car and we went over there. By the time we got there, I got pictures of the city guy finally showing up to pick up that cat. That part, America forever.
That's done, King.
Make D3.
Yeah, you gotta talk to the people, right?
Just
there.
saying. So these are the things that I do, and that's not even in my preview.
So this right here.
So I'm saying to you now, if there's something that you need that the city is not accomplishing for you, and I am your district representative, I will come myself. Mm-hmm. Now, don't let it be no moppy soppy. Don't have me out there just willy nilly and you didn't really go through the process.
Right.
Miss Aileen called the people over and over again. She couldn't get anybody to come through. I showed up, and she will testify to that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I want to ask you this other question right here. Hey guys, how y'all doing out there? I got a bunch of suits. I tried to put the suit coat on.
It wouldn't work.
I know we was gonna have a beautiful and very intelligent Miss Keshia Thomas in here, and my senorita says, "Oh man," but I just had a shoulder surgery, and she says, "You don't have to wear that suit coat."
He tried.
I tried.
That
but
suit coat was half
when
on,
she told me
half
that,
off.
I said, "I love this lady."
I said I took off my stuff to put on a Keshia Thomas shirt. So
District 3.
Black pants and a Keshia Thomas, and now I got on the Nick Richardson hat.
Nick Richardson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm shining in the camera because it's hot in here.
No, I'm always cool. My senorita's always hot. Yeah, Miss Thomas. So the thing is, you running for city council?
I am running.
And then
and I'm gonna win.
Of course you're gonna win. I'm with you 100% there. And so, how many other people are running? I'm gonna ask you the other question that I asked you before we got started. The gentleman. I hate to throw shade. Why are you trying to make me throw shade? No. I ain't gonna. Hey guys, I'm trying to articulate it and not say it the wrong way. What with this other guy? If he's a congressman or assemblyman, what is he running for?
Not a congressman. That's our Jim Costa, and I love him.
Okay.
Now, and again, let me tell you something.
What's his name?
I'm not.
No,
I don't call people's names. So let me tell you something. I am not gonna throw shade at that person. If you want to know what he's done,
come get on the show. Ramala.
Period. Come and look in the community and see who's been out there. See who's been out there feeding people. See who's been with the kids. See who's been fighting for people in the community. See who's getting ready to plant trees. See who has planted trees already. Where is that being done? Assembly members don't do that.
Right. Okay.
Now, they might go get some grants for some folks. Right. And here's the real question. How many black folks have been able to get some of those grants?
Yeah,
how many Asian folks have been able to get some of those grants? How many are you fighting for all people? Right. Now, I have to say this. I love his mother. She's an amazing individual. She has always supported me. Right. So I'm not going to throw no shade at those people, but I've been right here on the ground in Fresno doing this work.
Yeah, Miss Thomas. So I'm saying if I think it's 4 black people, if I'm correct, running for District 3.
Yes, you have one Republican.
A black Republican?
Yes, sir.
Is it that? A female?
It is.
Okay.
And you have.
And then you got my main man, Larry Burrows. He's running. he's I know Larry for a bunch of years, and both of us was in the construction business.
Yeah, somebody called me today and said, "Why you going on his show? He's supporting Larry Burrows." And I said, "Hold on."
No, I'm just. I know Larry from
I
know
said,
Larry.
I
want everybody to come on the show, baby. Hey, that's my job. That's
all I care about is that you supporting Keshia Thomas because she's the best girl for the job. If you can't answer the questions of D3,
right,
the needs of D3,
right,
you can't talk about the inequities
right.
of Southwest Fresno.
Right.
You're not here to do the right job.
Right. And then, so Miss Thomas, and for everybody out there, I'm Doug. I'm your friend from the Doug Best Show. And the only way that we can make this show be the show that it's supposed to be, we got to have a diversity of viewpoints.
Amen.
I got to be able to
I
talk.
agree with that.
I got to be able to talk to Nick Richardson, and then I got to be able to talk to Miss Thomas.
Yes, sir.
And then if the governor come to the city, and then if the show does what it's supposed to do, I'm gonna say it like this. When I was a little kid in 1960, when John F. Kennedy ran for president, the TV is what made him won. And then what a lot of guys don't realize out there, everybody in a position of power, whether you on the level where I'm at, on the level where I'm at, or you could be Donald Trump. You got to have a social media platform. This is
definitely.
the wave of the future. I don't care right now, the show is small. And the show is small because I'm putting most of my energy and building those apartments over there. I'm going to build another set and being in here. But in order for anybody to grow, I want to make the Doug Best Show where the people got to come here. If they want to talk, they got to go talk to Charlamagne the God. But he's a good guy. I'm a good guy.
Amen.
You're a wonderful lady. Larry's a wonderful guy.
I don't have any quarrels with Larry, by the way.
And the whole thing is always like having a diversity. And whoever that other person, you should bring them on the show. me and them should have an apple juice together. I don't drink. We're going to have some apple
water.
juice. Mm-hmm.
I drink my water.
Yeah, Miss Thomas, and I'm telling you, this turned out to be way, way, way more lovely than I thought.
Good.
And then I was. What happens, guys? You know me. You don't know me. I always do my due diligence. I study everything.
Amen.
But what I learned though, you could like ask all kinds of people different things and Google everything. Go to Chat GPT. You in Chat GPT.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could Google everything.
Oh yeah,
but
all the good stuff.
It's not the reality of who the person is.
No.
So somebody could say this about a person, about another person. You're totally different than what I thought.
Oh wow! Thank you. I think.
No, in a positive way.
Oh yeah.
In a positive
You
way.
know, I'm gonna tell you something, Doug.
That's that common touch that I'm talking about. And I hope that the people can feel it right now.
My grandparents and my parents, they raised a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
I have been a champion for, like I said.
And Dean and Leroy's some good people too.
Yeah. Well, don't get started on that Leroy Candler now. Don't play with Leroy.
No, Leroy's a good dude.
I know he is. Don't play with him. Oh, there you go. He'll tell you some. He make up words I ain't never heard before. I ain't heard them kind of cuss words.
Now, but he's a straight shooter though.
He is, and that's what you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm hoping to always be. So I'm never looking to talk over someone's head or try to be eloquent all the time, because that's not what people need. They need the truth.
Mm-hmm. And the eloquence is
and right now I'm telling you that I'm not moving backwards. I'm going forward. Okay? From the classroom to the boardroom.
Yeah, Miss T, I'm just gonna ask you this right here, and then you this is something that I really genuinely don't know, and somebody out there, you guys on the Doug Best Show. Mm-hmm. This Miss Keshia Thomas. She running for Fresno City Council District 3 with an eclectic selection of different people. But I want to just ask you this right here. What exactly do a city council person do? And how much money do they get? Now, I got to say it right this. The city of Fresno got an enormous budget.
It's $2.6 billion.
Okay, then, so guys, I don't know what $1 billion is. I know what $1 million is. $10
million
is something.
Hold on.
So
Fresno Unified has I've managed a $2 billion budget, and that's been significantly reduced. But when you think about that amount of money and 74,000 kids, but come on, do the math. 74,000 kids that you have to find services for. You have to pay for teachers. We have, between the city and Fresno Unified, we hold the most employees in the city. So, you know, you were talking about 10,000 employees, teachers, you know, service people, all kinds of things. So when you think about that budget, and people, when you say billion, you think here. It's really here. Mm-hmm. That's really small when you talk about the amount of people that are actually in the city and the needs. So I was walking down Kearney yesterday. And so I used to walk my dog down Kearney.
That used to be my home turf, 147 East Kearney.
Just saying.
Best market.
Okay. But I remember. I remember.
Mhm.
So, okay, so one of my siblings lived 2 miles from me on one side, and my godparents, who I loved. I say ED because they both passed on, but they treated me like I was their kid. They raised me up. They were great people, but they lived 2 miles the other way, right? So I used to walk my dog 2 miles the other way, going to the parents' house.
I put the camera right on you. So
It's okay. And so you want me to look at the camera? What you want me to do, Doug Best?
No,
So
you can spellbound them with that magnetism, that charisma.
So it's hard not to look up people because the camera is here and then the TV is up there. But let me tell you something. I took a walk down that street yesterday, and the same problems with that street over 10 years ago still exist. You cannot even walk on that street because the pavement is so broken. So let me tell you. I would like to figure out how to do an assessment because I don't want to say I'm going to do everybody's street because my money's so big. No, we need to do some street assessments in D3 and find out where are the worst streets and what needs to be repaved. What are the most high intense street and where do we need to put? We have some what do you call the circular situations, the turnabouts where you go straight and boom, just gonna hit you because they don't want you to speed, right? Mm-hmm. So I've seen some of those go up in some places that have no business being. Why are we wasting money? Here's the second part is I saw a walkway that was supposed to be a space for people to be able to walk back and forth off of I'd say California, off of Caesar Chavez. Why is that there? Nobody walks there. Mm-hmm. Why do we waste money to put that there? Mm-hmm. Let's put a community together, some people together from the community, from all walks of life. Mm-hmm. And let's talk about what is important to our areas. And then we figure it out and we take a survey. Don't just be doing stuff willy-nilly. And I'm going to talk to this person because I like Doug best. I'm not going to talk to that person because I don't really care about them. No, it's not about that. It's about doing what's best for the space with the money you have.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then, but initially the question was, what's the budget for District 3?
Only for District 3, I don't know. Don't make me lie.
Okay, but so the city of Fresno, the Honorable Jerry Dyer, he got access to
2.64 billion.
Okay, so Ms. Thomas, so if you decide, if you was the city councilman, then you just seen
when?
No, I'm saying when you become city councilman.
Yes.
Get them words right. She said, you guys got to speak it into existence. If we was right over there on the corner of California and Fruit, and that place has been plighted over there for 50 years, I know because I grew up in those projects. Do you got the capacity to, I don't know what word it would be, where you can interest some developers to go over there and develop it? So I see every time they're doing some kind of new development, I see the mayor's there.
Did you know that they're getting ready to redo the Running Horse? We have some people getting ready to build that area.
Okay, that's what Running Horses where the President Donald Trump came into the city of Fresno, and he wanted everything for free.
He wanted everything for free.
Everything. I mean, he's a businessman.
But is he for the people? Because you wouldn't do people like that. We're in a housing desert in D3. Mm-hmm. The average.
I just built 4 houses over there.
Yeah, baby, but that four.
That's nothing.
Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. But I have houses. Now, let's do a this and a that. Let's just talk it out. People are leaving Southwest Fresno to go to another area, D3, which is fine. But when you let's just talk about Southwest Fresno. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember the years exactly.
Southwest Fresno is the west side.
Yes, that is what used to be the west side because now we have central area. So now that's the west side. Right, where Central High School is. All that is really west if you talk about a map, right? But our old school west side, where we grew up, Edison High School, period, 2277 South Bardell. Mm-hmm. When we talk about that space, the housing, even though, and I know Mr. Sylvester's building some houses, you have some apartments going up.
Sylvester Hall.
Yeah, the honorable. Yeah, I love me some him.
Yeah, we grew up together.
I think he's building 160 units. But again, that's only 160 people. Then we have another possible 600 units coming up. And I I love Allison Walker. She is a great asset to some of the information that she instills in me.
If I know her.
Okay, so I'm about to tell you. She told me, and I believe it to be true, that there is a 600 unit development, single family homes that are supposed to be built, and they're going to take only 10% of that to make it affordable housing, which I could agree with, because we need market rate, and we need, if y'all don't know what that is, that means that we need some homes that can be given to people who may not be able to afford it, but they can afford it, right? Affordable housing. Right. I'm going to give it to you at a smaller rate, and I'm going to allow you to pay it back in a different way, right? Then I have these other units that are market rate, so people can get more money. You know, you're getting the market rate value for the homes, right? So the lower
appraised value,
the appraised value. Okay. Thank you. So we have those that are supposed to be coming. Now we're gonna pivot just for a minute.
Where's she building the houses at?
They're west-ish, you know, California, like Cesar Chavez. I still can't get over, you know, California, because that's how I grew up, California. Mm-hmm. But they're supposed to be out that way, out towards past Kearney and West Marks out there. Mm-hmm. So when you talk about these houses, that's great, but it hasn't been done yet. Right. Now let's pivot and talk about the average age of a house. That means you take all the houses together and you divide it up. You figure out what's the average. It's between, I think it's something like between 43 and 50 years. I can't remember the exact number. Right. But that long to build homes in West Fresno, right. Southwest Fresno? Yeah. It come on, we building everywhere.
So I could see that right there. I remember right there on the corner of California and Thorn Avenue. Mm-hmm. Stay right there. Right across the street. It's a two-way fruit stand. You go all the way down to California and Fruit Avenue, and make sure I stay close to the microphone so they can hear me. That place has been plighted since 1972.
Right.
But I didn't see Les Kimmerell get in there. I didn't see Robert Smith, black people.
I love him.
Robert Smith. Mm-hmm. I didn't see Miss Cynthia Sterling get in there. But I ain't seen nobody do nothing.
So.
I seen when I'm over there building those apartments over there where I'm at, right? I finished over there on Jensen Avenue. I ain't seen nobody build nothing.
So let's pivot. And I hate to bring this up, but it's the truth. Mm-hmm. SEDA is a housing development that is happening in Southeast Fresno, almost to Clovis, Southeast Fresno and Clovis. Because these houses will benefit Clovis and us. But guess who's putting them together?
Who?
Us. Fresno people, Fresno taxes.
Right. So you're saying the government?
No. I'm saying
private development.
Fresno is putting this. Fresno, the city of Fresno are putting this. Look up SEDA, SEDA. Look up SEDA. Study it. Mm-hmm. And I actually have the plans at my house. But what's happening is what other people do in other spaces of the city directly impacts Southwest Fresno. When we talk about the Elm Street revise.
I'm looking it up now, guys, as she talks.
That part. Okay. Mary Curry, and it's more than this, but I just have so much respect for Mother Mary Curry and her daughter, Dr. Curry, because I know that they were on the ground floor of the Darling project.
And so they got rid of, when I grew up in the California coaches, they got rid of those areas where they were killing the chickens and the hogs. And I forgot what they
When you
it.
walked out the house, what you smell?
It smelled like a cesspool. That's not the word. I can't think of a nicer word.
You can't say the other word. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was
so
horrible smell.
Horrible smell. So they worked hard to try to minimize some of the industrialized traffic and work happening into the areas, because guess what? It's different if you're investing into the area. Right. Are you finding better ways to make sure that people are not being harmed by the water? by the air, by the other states. And this is some stuff I've done. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go forward to go back. Other states, because I sit in rooms with clean air quality cars and electric cars and so on and buses and so on and so forth. And so what has happened is over the years in other states, they've created a type of toll for big rigs and stuff coming through their spaces. Okay. It's a toll for that. Because guess what? You got to fix this street. You have to, this air quality, we need to figure it out because you need an electric truck if you want to come up and down here. Think about all the trucks that come through 99 through Fresno to go from the Bay to LA.
High-speed rail.
Well, our good president probably messed that up pretty good.
But it's I don't. We were just in Tokyo, Japan last year. Last year, I don't know, it's maybe June, July.
Okay.
And we go to Mexico for a month or two every year.
I do.
I seen them put together the high-speed rail in less than 2 or 3 years. I've been watching this high-speed rail thing coming through Fresno for 20 years. I don't see nothing. Somebody's stealing the money.
As a matter,
so the president might be right on that one.
Well,
right
no, I'm not saying people are stealing the money. I'm saying
the money.
They reduced the budget because I saw
$10 billion?
I saw people come in here and leave, change plans and leave. It's supposed to be this big and now it's that big. So the high speed rail was supposed to be much larger than it is now.
I ain't seen nothing, though.
I have not seen nothing.
Okay, so once we go,
I agree.
We go past Herndon on 99, we see where it's like a little stretch. And then we go south. When we get in closer to Fowler, we might see a little stretch.
Yeah.
Then I see over there by the city yard, they built a parole office, they tore it down. They rebuilt another parole office, they tore it down. I don't see nothing over there. And so what effect would a city councilman, what input would you have on that? Any?
I'm not going to say none, but it's already in the works.
Yeah, so Ms. Thomas, so just the average Joe Blow, they sitting here and listening to us. Oh, yeah, he got her on there. They talking. Average Joe Blow that's out there looking at us on the Facebook. And I'm going to upload it to YouTube and all those other things, Instagram, TikTok. But they're going to just say, so before we close, how would it benefit the average person? That's what the Doug Best Show is all about. That's what this show is like. The guys out there, man, this is the truth, man. I went to the mayor's church to get him on the show. I can go anywhere. I went to the church to get him on the show. And I went and I seen Nick Richardson. He got on the show. So the average person.
You went to his church to get him on the show? You went to Nick's church?
No, Nick and the mayor go to the same church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but actually, I got Nick on the show. I seen Miss Sterling. She had something out by the airport. This is about a year and a half ago. He came on the show. But my question is, the average person that's out there right now, they don't care nothing about politics. And I'm not being derogatory.
No.
The average person thinking that, I was finna say a bad word, but the average person. The average person thinks that politics and preachers are bullshit. That's what they think. I'm not saying they are.
No. In some cases, they are.
But so the average person, if they out there watching that right now, and then I'm going to put the camera on you, and before we close, how?
I ain't ready to close.
No, we're not going to close that.
Okay.
But I just want to just make a point. The average person that's out there right now, they saying, oh, yeah, she's saying all the right thing. Doug got her on the show. He's trying to boost his ratings and get more subscribers. And I am. I want everybody.
Let's be transparent.
No, it's true. That's the whole thing is because we don't. Yeah, Ms. Thomas, you got access to the mayor. You got access to the city council, Nick Richardson. You got access to Gary Bredderfield. You got access. We ain't got no access. I got some money. Okay. The only way that I might have access is they can't intimidate me. But the average Joe Blow ain't got access to nothing. And that's what this show is all about. So we could have access. We could have somebody to come on here and talk to us about the regular things. So what my question was, so if you talking to the average Joe Blow out there, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, and they asking, how is she going to help us? in the most simplest possible way that you could possibly explain it. What would you being on the city council? How is it going to help them? And you know we done heard all the right stories. And so we hear the Democrats said you vote for us and we got a Barack Obama, something's going to happen.
Well, I like Barack, so don't be messing with Barack now.
Yeah, I'm just making a point
Okay.
then. So everybody's saying, you know, if you vote for the Republicans, you know, they're going to be down for they're going to hate the poor people and the blacks and the Mexicans. I don't know. So now if we vote for Miss Thomas, or we vote for you and you become city council, what's going to change? To the average Joe Blow.
To the average Joe Blow. You know, and I can't lie to people.
I'm going to put the camera on you right now.
Put it on me. So I'm not going to lie to people and say, oh, I'm going to change your rent rates. Oh, I can pay your PG&E. Oh, I can help you out. What I can do is I can educate you. I can educate you.
They want money, though. People want money.
I understand that. Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
I can educate you. Now, and see, it was some other places I wanted to go with this.
Go ahead, go.
Okay.
We would
So there's some other places that we have to take into consideration. Now, people want money, so I'm all about economics. Let's figure out how to open up business because I see everybody else doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it look so hard, but people are making it look so easy, but it's so hard for me? Let's start there. So creating a space where people can be trained on that. This is some stuff that was very important to me at Fresno Unified, is making sure people knew how to be vendors. How do you get the insurance?
The microphone a little bit.
How do you get the insurance? What does that look like? All those things were important to me to make sure people could become vendors because people didn't know how to become vendors for Fresno Unified.
Right. So the average person out there right now, they're going to say, what is a vendor?
Okay.
So
you
got,
so?
yeah, I'm
okay,
telling,
okay,
yeah, so
you're right.
You got to
So-
break it
so
down
the
to
vendor,
the possible
you're right.
smallest possible
So
molecule.
the vendors are people who have programs, are painters, builders, whatever you do in your everyday life, and you say, I can bring this. Hey, I can help you build that building. I can help you train that student. You have a business that is legitimate. You can be a vendor, which is a person that works under a contract for a district or a city hall, and you can go get money. That's the bottom line. For the city of Fresno, you have to look for RFPs or RFQs. So this is the way you look online and you find out what's happening now. Oh, they're cutting all the trees down Kearney. Yes, they're cutting all the trees down Kearney. Well, I have enough staff to do that. Okay, then you put a bid in and you tell them how much it's going to cost you. And if your bid comes in low, then guess what? You have the job, and I don't know, I'm throwing a number out there. You make $100,000 cutting down all the trees and pruning all the trees up and down Kearney or up and down Fresno or wherever. But we have to, number one, be educated on how to make this happen because we don't know, and people put up so many roadblocks for us. But I want to help people do that because we're talking about economics. Right?
Absolutely, we talk about economics.
I want to help you learn how to open a business, but keep it open. A lot of people don't know that
workshops. You're going to have workshops.
We have people who have workshops. The Fresno Metro Black Chamber of Commerce, they have workshops. Right. Now, unfortunately, people think that somebody is supposed to give you something. You're not always going to get something for nothing.
Absolutely.
Okay, everything costs. Everything costs. The water we drink costs. So don't go in thinking it's going to be free. Nothing is free. I'm not saying I'm going to charge you because if I have the knowledge, I'm going to give it to you. I don't need to get paid for it. If I have it, or I'm going to send you down the right direction. Hey, talk to this person because this person may be able to help you more than me. So when we talk about economics, I'm all on board. We talk about housing. I am definitely one of the people who would like to see more housing, not only in D3, but definitely in Southwest, because there's been such a housing deficit. There hasn't been enough housing for us and adequate housing. Okay. Then we talk about, so we've talked about economics and jobs. Has anybody really paid attention to Wendy's being closed?
Yeah, the one over there and
on C Street.
Burger King is still
C Street. Burger King is still open.
Yeah, and I see.
We got the peanut crew. They done popped in. So yes, But
I was going to Wendy's too, you know.
I was too one night. I was going there one night, and I went by there, and I wanted a Wendy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken, and it was. But I had just went there the week before. Nobody told me that Wendy's was closing. I want to know. I want to know that Rite Aid is closing after we done closed down the Black Pharmacy because Rite Aid came. Right. I want to know that when Food Max was being built, that they promised to hire so many folks from 93706 and Black folks. I want to know this information, and nobody knows.
Yeah, so Ms. Thomas, you just made
me excited. I need to decompress.
No.
Go ahead.
No, we need the passion. We need the passion. That's what the show is all about, man. Just being yourself. Just the whole thing is about being yourself. And then what I tell my sons them this all the time. I tell people this all the time. Man, we see all the movie stars, we see all the celebrities, but they are not no smarter than us, man. And this is the beauty of it. Just imagine, guys. We right here in the city of Fresno. And what if Miss Keshia Thomas was Michelle Obama? And the difference is what? The only difference is she is on a national platform and we on a local platform. That's the only. Intellectually, she is no more intelligent than you. And intellectually, Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharp or Charlamagne the God or Houdan Lemon, them guys they definitely ain't no more smarter than me because they ain't went through what I done went through and still able to survive. And then Ms. Thomas, so somebody's out there, they probably saying, man, I just got out of prison. I'm going to make a point. And I probably can't vote, but I can get my auntie and my... Yeah, but this the point that they thinking out there. But I can get my auntie and my uncle and my cousins and them. If I like what that lady say, I convince them to vote. So there's somebody that just came home from prison. My son came home from prison a few years ago. He got a clothing line. So how you becoming the city councilwoman for District 3 and the vendorship, is there any way you can articulate that more and explain to us, just a regular person, how do we captivate on all that money that they got in the city through vendorships? I know what a vendor is.
I know you do.
I know what a vendor is, and I'm not trying to downplay other people's intelligence out there, but I'm in this tax office all day, and I have to find a way to articulate it in as lowest possible form, because even though I understand it, the average person might not. Can you explain that? A vendorship to a little guy that just started him a clothing line, and he wanted some kind of way get the city involved and help him grow to $1 million status. Could you, being a city councilman, could you help him in that capacity?
Absolutely.
Okay,
you
explain.
Well,
let me know what's going on, baby.
You always trying to make me act up, Doug Best?
That's what they want. They need somebody. They need somebody out there to be a rebel rouser.
So here's the thing. Is again, it's about training. If you have the right training out there to show you, put it right here. Put it right here. If you have the right training and you go to the right people and you ask me a question and I have those people, I'm going to send you to them and they're going to lead you right down the pathway to where you can be the best you can be. I don't care if you were locked up. I don't care if you were a kid who didn't have a home. You were a foster child. I don't care what it is. If I have the pathway and I can lead you there, I'm going to lead you. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you I don't know and let me find out.
Right, and you got and the thing is, guys, she's saying that I could talk like this because I ain't running for no office. She's saying don't bring no BS, and you sincere, and you just need some guidance and directions, and she become the city council lady. She'll put together, you might not be able to talk to Ms. Thomas all the time, but if she put an app, everybody can't talk to Trump all the time or Obama all the time, but they could put I ain't talked to her. I talked to her assistant. Am I lying?
You did.
I talked to Jackie.
Yes, you did.
I talked to Jackie, and I understand that sometimes when the people call in here, they can't talk to me because I'm on the computer. But she's saying, guys, if she becomes city councilman, you guys will have speaking into existence, and put the camera like this. Put the camera like that when we both talking. I gotta raise the volume. Yeah, guys, she's saying this Keshia Thomas running for City Council, District 3, Fresno, California. She's saying once she become elected, she going all the doors that they've been having closed for us for all these years, for the young Hispanics, the young Asians, the young black people, the white people that don't necessarily know how to navigate through the thing. She gonna make sure that she create a team where everybody could benefit from it. Now she can't change everything. Like the mayor of New York, he said he's gonna do this, he gonna do that. You can't change everything, but she could change a few things, and she need everybody to get out there and vote. And everybody else that's running, come get on the show, and there's gonna be some competition, boy.
And let me tell you, if you don't know how to vote, if you have not ever registered to vote because you think you have a record and you can't vote, that's not true, by the way. Okay, that is not true.
You're going to have to talk about that in depth now.
That is not true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'll come back for another show because I know we've been on for a minute.
Okay,
but I'll come back and talk about how do I think
we've been on for 1 hour and 27 seconds.
I can talk all day. So I want to say that possibly on my website, and I'll send you that information too. There's a tab on my website
upload it.
that shows you the link to register to vote. Okay. There is a tab on my screen that gives you access to ask me questions.
Okay.
There is a space on my screen to come to anything that I'm having or to just donate money.
Okay.
Like, I am literally knocking on doors myself, and here's a small story to go forward. People have this idea that are in the elected world that you only supposed to knock on certain doors.
Yeah, Miss T, just hold right there. We gonna and so I just want to just be clear. So you saying if we got 10,000 people, and there's a bunch of people out there from the mud and the street that might be able to relate to this, and then if you saying if you've been to the penitentiary and you off parole, you off parole,
yes,
and then you know a bunch of people in the hood, and you got 10,000 people, 5,000 people, 500 people that you know, that they can actually come and vote for you.
Yes,
guys, I'm saying. So now listen to me out there, everybody out there in the real world. Some of the people out in the mud. I'm from the mud. Some of you guys out there, then she educating me too. If you over there on Fairmont, you over on Marks, you out there, you know, on Sampson somewhere, and you done been to the penitentiary and whatever, and you thinking in your mind, I thought like
look,
this too.
Sampson, Bird, MLK,
Garrett, everything.
Garrett, Strother,
with a Muhammad had over there, Walnut, Eden, Strata, Halls. Guys, listen to me. She's saying, if you're not on parole, you could get 50, 100, and if you get 1,000 people, you said, Miss Thomas, you know, I was in a coalition and we helped got you elected, and my mama having some problems over here on Halls. Can you help me?
Yeah,
she ain't gonna forget you. Is that what you're
telling me? I ain't gonna forget you.
Yeah,
now I might not always be able to help.
Yeah,
but I'll send you down the best pathway possible to be able to help you. So
you saying that even though that we didn't came from the mud, a lot of us, and then we still could be a part of the system. She's saying that, man. I didn't say that.
Yeah, it's the real truth.
And then she gonna send them link. And guys, you know I'm on the social media all the time. My kids know how to do everything. They can dice it and slice it. And they know how to do it. I don't necessarily know how to do it.
You don't know how to dice and slice?
I mean, I could probably do it, but I ain't my time. I don't have enough time to do everything. But my son and my daughters and my son and my other son, they know how to edit. They know how to do everything that to be did on this stuff here. Yeah, guys, you know what, with Miss Keshia Thomas, and she's running for District 3 City Council to win. She's not in it, you know, just to say that, you know, I'm a beautiful lady. I got a lot of intelligence. She in it to win. And she says, just like the Doug Best show, she want to be a voice and a person for the poor people, for the regular people.
Regular people.
Yeah, then Miss T, then we gonna close, and I'm gonna give you the show, and then this is how you get that gift. She got that it factor. Now you got the people. I'm gonna get off the phone and let you have it.
Miss Keshia Thomas.
That's you.
From the classroom to the boardroom to the city council chambers. I have literally been a part of this community since conception, and I never overpromise. So don't expect that from me. I want you to always know that I will be here to make sure that the best things are being done for D3. So right now I'm with that KT for D3, and let's go make it happen, baby. I'll see y'all on the other side.
Okay, guys, and I love you. That for Miss T. I gotta shake your hand.
We got your other hand.
No, my
Okay.
my hand is I just had shoulder surgery. Oh my God, I love you. Say I didn't have to have that suit coat on. I said, man, I don't know what color to wear.
Right. And I'm wearing KT gear. But here's the thing. I'm coming back in the next few weeks or so.
Okay.
Because I really have some other things that I really want to talk to the community about.
And send me all that stuff. I'll upload it on my Facebook.
Okay.
I'll upload it on YouTube.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Always would love guys out there. And this just showing you the power of the social media. And then when she win, and she go on and run for mayor or whatever she run for, then we got a friend in one of those positions of power.
Amen.
Okay, guys. I'm your friend, baby. This is Miss Keshia Thomas running for Fresno City Council District 3. We'll see you guys soon.
See y'all.
See y'all soon. And we got to go